Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Sunday morning. With us today is Rob Montz, a friend of one of my family members, and he's from Palisades in California, and there's been a lot of controversy about what's going on in the Palisades, and he did a new documentary, and the documentary is called The Untold Truth Behind the Pacific Palisades Fires. Rob, give us an update. What the heck is going on in California? A lot of people are upset. President Trump has assigned Lee Zeldin to go there and keep him aware of what the heck is going on and how he can move the process going forward. So, Rob Montz, you tell us.
Yeah, so the documentary is just on my YouTube channel for people that want to check it out at Rob Montz, so they can just go to robmontz.com. I was born and raised in the Palisades, and my childhood house burned down. So the documentary is meant to be the definitive investigation into how something so crazy, such as a couple sparks in some, dry grass a couple blocks from my house, could have ballooned into this gigantic wildfire that essentially incinerated the most desirable real estate in Pacific Palisades. I have to tell you, the main thing I want to update your audience about, and this is probably why Lee Zeldin got hauled in, is because the political leadership in California is still studiously fighting any attempts for any sort of transparency or accountability for the fire. That's a huge part of the story and remains a perpetual source of frustration with the people of the Palisades. That if you listen to Gavin Newsom or you listen to Mayor Karen Bass, whenever they're pressed on the fact that something so catastrophic could have happened under their watch, almost always they paint it as an inevitable result of the laws of nature, or they put it on the easy boogeyman of global warming.
I am told, and I don't know the exact numbers, is like 12,000 homes burned down, maybe more, and very few permits have been given out to rebuild homes. And the threat from the governor's office was that they may be building low-income homes in that area. And nobody knows what the heck is going on. But the president did said Lee Zeldin, who's the EPA administrator, as a secondary job to find out what the heck is going on and to report back to him.
They had it in Wall Street Journal. It's something like only 5% of the burned down lots in the Palisades a year after the fire have been formally approved for rebuilding. There has not yet been a single house in the Palisades that has been rebuilt. And something like 70% of the lots have zero movement on them, which means the homeowners aren't attempting to sell them. And they're also not, they at least haven't yet gotten through the permitting process. I can tell you myself, because my mom is one of those rare late 70-something Palisades homeowners. I just got a text message from her literally 2 hours ago that she'd finally received the final permit to allow her to rebuild. And this is after her being in the process for a solid 12 months. And I think that her experience...
I wonder if that permit came from Lee Zeldin being assigned over there, or it came from the normal course of business for California.
I don't know. I mean, but I have to say, for the documentary, which again people can just watch it on the YouTube channel on Rob Montz. They can just Google me, Rob Montz, Pacific Palisades Fire. Go to Rob Montz.
How do you spell that? Rob, R-O-B, Montz, M-O-N-T-Z?
RobMontz.com. If you just go to RobMontz.com, it'll take you to the documentary. What it attempts to do is show the first half of it is kind of cutting through a lot of the neat partisan talking points we heard in the immediate aftermath of the fire as to why this happened, and identifying the specific human errors that let something so catastrophic happen. And I will tell you and tell your audience that I think about 98% of what people were told in terms of what actually mattered doesn't matter at all. And what we try to do, and this is based upon interviews with over 50 Palisades residents, is identify the specific policy failures of the California government that allowed something so catastrophic to happen. But that's only the first half, John. The second half is about a gigantic scandal of the fire that nobody of any political variance has covered, which is the scandal of the second day of the fire. This is after the fire had been burning for 24 hours. Los Angeles had been flooded with fire crews from all over the state and other states. The winds that had been a huge issue on the first day had died down substantially, and you have multiple high-ranking members of the California government on the beach next to the Palisades promising an international television audience to do everything in their power to save this city. This is the second day of the fire, John.
And how many days did the fire go on?
Maybe 6. And on that second day, despite all of that, the streets of the Palisades are empty. There are virtually no firefighters there. And something like 1,000 structures that had survived the first 24 hours of the fire, completely intact, and we have ample firsthand testimony to this, still intact on the second day of the fire, are gone by that evening. And that's a story and a phenomenon that is not widely understood by basically anybody outside the Palisades. And so what the documentary does is dig into that untold scandal and try to reveal who it was that decided to make the call to abandon the Palisades to burn.
Well, Bob Montz, thank you for updating us and updating all New Yorkers. And again, I will give your name out, Bob Montz, M-O-N-T-Z. And where's this on YouTube?
Just on my YouTube channel, Rob, R-O-B, Montz, or just Google me. It's hosted on my YouTube channel. Go to Rob Montz, ROBMONTZ.com. It'll take you directly to the documentary.
Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll catch up with you again real soon. When give us a text when you're ready to update. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, John.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.